Well, we're live. That's how it is when you are going live. Hello and welcome to Cocktales with Tiki King. Tonight we're here at the Holiday Bar here in my secret lair. And I'm going to be showing you tonight how to make the Grasshopper, which is one of the granddaddy of the minty old cream drinks. You may remember the Grasshopper from when you were a kid. Maybe you won't. I do, certainly, because I remember my grandparents and my parents and aunts and uncles and all sorts of relatives would all get together at Christmas time, various holidays, and there was always the Grasshopper. It was this mysterious green drink, and they would drink it and have all kinds of fun and play cards and play Monopoly and eat food and then pass out and eat flies, and it was all kinds of weirdness. But I'm going to show you how to make the Grasshopper tonight, and then you can enjoy it with your friends and eat flies with them. So the Grasshopper is basically, it's a 3-ingredient drink. There's a lot of those out there. It's a cream drink, meaning that it has cream in it, and it's minty, it's refreshing, it's delicious. So we're going to do that right now. What do you say? So the first thing we're going to start with is we have a shaker half filled with cracked ice. Now, cracked ice is very important when you're doing shaken drinks. One of the reasons is you're going to get a couple things. One is dilution. The other is a lot of surface area to make sure the drink is icy cold. And icy cold drinks are very important because they're better that way. So we have a shaker that's half filled with cracked ice. To that, we're going to be adding a couple of things, which you may or may not have seen in various liquor cabinets throughout your career here. Cream de cocoa and cream de menthe. These are two staples of bars past. Not so much anymore. A lot of these things kind of went on by the wayside when we went into, the weird 70s and 80s and early 90s where people were just drinking wine coolers and all kinds of stuff that they forgot about these things, and it's even now, you go into the liquor store, sometimes you'll find the cream de menthe covered in dust because people aren't buying it. But maybe they will when they find out the delicious kind of things you can make with these things. So, cream de menthe, cream de cocoa, shaker that's half filled, cracked ice. So, what we're going to do, we're going to take this here, we're going to add 1 measure cream de menthe. Boop, 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 boop. I love that sound. Boop. There we go. And now when I say 1 measure, I'm going to tell you a little bit about measuring. With a drink like this, it's not all that important that you have, a certain specific amount for each different thing because it's all different and you have to have grams and ounces and drams and all kinds of things. This is going to be an equal amount of each ingredient. So when I say 1 measure, in this case, I'm using the big end of a jigger, which this is going to be 1.5 ounces. So I'm going to be making a Tiki King size drink, which is good. This particular jigger is 1.5 on this side, 1 on this side. There's all sorts of different jiggers. With this drink, it doesn't matter as long as you use the same measure for each ingredient. So we've got our cream de menthe in there. Cream de cocoa. This is actually available. There's 2 different kinds. There's the brown kind and the white kind. The difference is the brown kind is brown and the white kind is clear. Doesn't matter which one you use. I find the brown to be a little more versatile because it's also kind of good like in coffee and stuff. And if you're using the clear, I don't know. Does it matter? Who knows? There's a lot of those things. When you talk about the cream days, cream de cocoa, cream de menthe, cream de noyo, there's a cream de anisette. There's all kinds of different things. Orange Curacao, all these things that come in colored, non-colored Curacao. That's one of those ones that comes in orange or blue. And depending on what kind of drink you're making, it could be important. If you're making a blue Hawaiian, you would want the blue. If you're making a Mai Tai, you would want the orange. So, Anyway, so I'm using the brown. Like I said, it's available in clear as well. But so there you go. Now, the next thing I'm going to be adding is 1 measure of cream. You can use cream. You can use half and half. You can use heavy whipping cream. I suppose if you were on some kind of a diet, you could use milk. You could use soy milk. You could use all kinds of weird stuff that you have in your fridge. But let's be honest now. We're drinking out of dusty bottles. Use cream. It's going to taste better. So here we go. We got 1 measure of cream. All right. And I'm using what's called a Boston shaker. You may have seen different kinds of shakers out there. Some have the domed lid with the strainer built in. This is pretty standard if you were going into a bar. Most bars have Boston shakers. It's basically The big end is stainless steel. The other end is a pint glass. Stick it in there, give it a few good shakes. All right. And what you're going to end up with, where's my glass? There it is. There's that. And I need a strainer. You may have seen one of these before. Some people think it's a microphone. Oh, no, it's not. It's a strainer. And that's to keep the bigger ice chunks out of your drink when you strain them out of your shaker. And the way you do that, it's got little ears right there and a little mouth. Hello. Put that right on there. Your finger goes against there to hold it in place and pour it right into your glass. If I do this right, it should fill it right up there. Just right. Alrighty. And now if I'd have been a little bit more prepared, I would have had some fresh mint to garnish this with. But you don't need to garnish it. You can garnish it, not garnish it. After 3 or 4 or a dozen, nobody's going to really care. But if you happen to have some fresh mint, it's a good idea to spank some mint, put it in there. It gives you a little bit of the minty nose, which is nice. Let's just see how this turned out. That's good. That's like a it's like an alcoholic shamrock shake, actually. It's very good. This is I can almost imagine the Monopoly and oyster stew. But anyway, the Grasshopper, it's a fun drink for fun times. It's a good holiday one because it's both cold and refreshing and warming because of the mint. And if you're having a holiday party, make up a couple of Grasshoppers. People will think you're highfalutin and whatnot. Maybe have some class. So this is Tiki King. And I just want to say good night.